Let's break it down. In the United States, you'll often hear one gold standard piece of retirement advice. Don't claim Social Security early. Wait as long as you can, ideally until age 70. A New York Times piece looks at that idea and asks a hard question: who can actually afford to follow that advice? I'm Imran, a Middle East-based analyst who follows US economics and public policy. In about 3 minutes, let's walk through what this debate is really about and why it matters for millions of Americans. If you like clear, simple breakdowns like this, please hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. First, what is this wait until 70 advice? Social Security lets most people start claiming as early as age 62, but with permanently reduced monthly benefits. If you wait until your full retirement age, around 66 or 67 depending on your birth year, you get 100% of your calculated benefit. And if you delay beyond that, up to age 70, your monthly check grows by roughly 8% per year in delayed credits plus inflation adjustments. On paper, that looks very attractive. Take a smaller check early or a much bigger check later for the rest of your life. Financial planners often show crossover charts. The age when the total money you'd receive by waiting until 70 finally beats the total you'd get by claiming earlier. If you live long enough, the higher check wins. Second, why does that gold standard only work for some people? Because a huge share of Americans can't actually wait. Many people leave the workforce in their 50s or early 60s not because they want to, but because of layoffs, health problems, or the need to care for a spouse or parent. They end up hanging on until 62 and then claiming Social Security as soon as they can, simply to pay the bills. For them, the choice is not optimize your lifetime benefit. It's take a reduced check now or have no income at all. Telling someone in that situation to hold out until 70 is like telling them to live on air for 8 years. The article also points out that even among people who could delay, the math isn't only about break-even age. There's the uncertainty of how long you'll live, what happens if you get sicker, and how much you value having a bit more money in your relatively healthier 60s versus a much bigger check in your 80s. Quick pause here. If this kind of breakdown helps you make sense of these policy debates, please like the video and make sure you're subscribed. It really helps the channel grow and keeps these breakdowns coming. Third, who is the wait until 70 advice really for? Even many experts now admit that guidance is aimed at a smaller, more comfortable group. People in decent health with other assets and income to live on, who can pay their expenses without Social Security for several years. For them, delaying can act like longevity insurance, a guaranteed, inflation-adjusted income stream that is higher for as long as they live and often a better deal than any private annuity they could buy. They aren't choosing between eat or wait, they're choosing between different ways to structure their retirement income. But for workers with low savings, unstable jobs, or health issues, that gold standard starts to look like a luxury standard, an option that exists mainly on paper, not in their real lives. So, let's break it down one last time. The classic advice, wait until 70 to get the maximum Social Security check, is mathematically attractive, but it quietly assumes you are healthy, have other money, and can bridge the gap without real hardship. Millions of Americans simply don't fit that picture. They claim early because they have to, not because they are making a bad decision. From my perspective, the real problem is when one-size-fits-all advice is sold as universal truth. For some people, delaying really can be smart. For others, using Social Security earlier to stay afloat or to enjoy a few reasonably healthy years of retirement is just as rational. This is Imran Breaks It Down. If you found this helpful, please subscribe, like the video, and tell me your thoughts in the comments. Would you personally delay Social Security to 70 if you could, or would you rather take a smaller check earlier? Share this with a friend who's thinking about retirement. And if you're already subscribed, thank you. We'll keep breaking it down together.